I didn't mess up my transition, but I did learn some things the hard way. And that's what I want to talk about today. Hi everyone, it's Fate and welcome back to day 12 of Daily December. Today's video is about the mistakes I've made early on in my transition. But I want to be really clear about something first. These aren't things I'm ashamed of. They are not failures. These were just moments where I didn't know what I know now. And if sharing these moments with someone can help someone be a bit kinder to themselves, then it's all worth it. Mistake 1. Thinking I had to have everything figured out immediately. Early on in my transition, I felt this pressure to just know everything right away. My label, my future, my timeline, my goals. I thought uncertainty meant that I wasn't serious enough. But transitioning is a process. It unfolds slowly. You're allowed to explore. You're allowed to change your mind. Not knowing everything doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. Mistake 2. Comparing my transition to other people's. I've said this in the past, but I've spent way too much time comparing myself to other trans women. Our transitions, just everything about us, which is something very stupid because everyone transitions differently. People want certain steps, others don't want to undertake those steps. And comparisons just steal your joy away so quickly. I had to learn that my transition wasn't behind. It's just me. It's just my transition. Everyone's bodies, circumstances, and journeys are different. Mistake 3. Believing dysphoria had to be constant to be valid. I thought that if I wasn't miserable all the time, that I wasn't actually trans, which is such a harmful idea. Dysphoria can come and go, it can be subtle, it can change, you don't need to prove who you are. You don't need to suffer to prove who you are. Mistake 4. Being too hard on myself about presentation. I was really hard about myself and how I looked early on in my transition. How feminine I was, how well I passed, and whether I was doing it right. I forgot that learning how to present yourself takes time. You're allowed to experiment, you're allowed to grow, you're allowed to look awkward. It's all part of transitioning. Mistake 5. Thinking transitioning would fix everything. I used to think once I started transitioning that all my problems would just disappear. And while transitioning did help a lot, it didn't magically fix everything. It's never going to be able to do that. It didn't erase anxiety, trauma, or stress. And that doesn't mean that my transition failed. It doesn't mean that my transition was wrong. Because you cannot magically solve years of sadness, of confusion, of dysphoria, of stress by transitioning, or at least not overnight. It takes a long time. Some of those will disappear. Your dysphoria will become less. It will not disappear. It will not disappear, but it will soften. It will be way less. And it doesn't mean that my transition failed. It just means that I'm human. Mistake 6. Not asking for help sooner. I tried to carry everything alone at first. I didn't want to burden people or admit that I was struggling. But asking for help isn't weakness. Support makes transitioning easier, healthier, and safer. If I could talk to early transition me, I would tell her this. You're not late, you're not behind, you're not doing this wrong, you're learning things. And learning takes time. Thinking it's gonna go magically overnight is just so unrealistic because that's not gonna happen. So those are the mistakes I made early on in my transition, or really the lessons I've learned along the way. If you're early in your transition and you recognize yourself in any of these, please be kind to yourself. You're doing the best you can with everything that you know right now. Thanks for being here for day 12 of Day December. I love you. Bye.